2020 has shaken the world to its core. The COVID crisis has caused so much suffering and pain for both people and animals, and has brought the whole world to its knees.
Network for Animals has been totally inundated with pleas for help from around the world. We have been stretched to the absolute limit.
In spite of global lockdowns and risking illness, on the ground in 16 countries, working with 20 projects, we took up the fight to ease overwhelming animal suffering and get care and support where it was needed most. In South Africa, we worked tirelessly in spite of strict lockdowns and enormous risk from gangsters and violence to get to the street animals of Cape Town's townships, whose owners could not afford to feed them as the economy crashed. We provided as much food and medical care as we could. Our partners, Fallen Angels and Tears Animal Rescue, worked around the clock as the situation worsened. We've enabled Fallen Angels to sterilize thousands of animals. And of course, our non-COVID work continues. Lions are dying out so fast in Africa. We helped move 3 lions from South Africa's Addo National Park to ensure that new blood is introduced to a lion population becoming inbred. We also enabled the vital diversification of the elephant gene pool by relocating a giant tusker to the reserve. We uncovered a terrible situation in South Africa's Bela Bela township, where donkeys are considered throwaway items. We are providing emergency food relief for the donkeys and teaching people basic animal care. A community outreach project includes the manufacture of pain-free harnesses. We will never give up fighting for donkeys. In Kenya, our work helped persuade the government to close this and every other donkey slaughterhouse in the country. Our fight against the cruel Chinese donkey skin trade led us to rescue and care for over 500 donkeys. On the Indian Ocean island of Mauritius, we highlighted the plight of street dogs who get no care from the authorities and who are periodically swept up and stabbed in the heart while the next victims watch. The mortality rate of street dog puppies in Mauritius is terrifying, but we are working to help them. In Greece, we continued our work in Aspropagus, a place of shame for Athenians who dump their unwanted dogs there. This problem has been exacerbated by the COVID crisis. With our partner Ghost Dogs, we feed these poor street dogs and ensure that they get medical care. In Turkey, we are working with the authorities to end the terrible situation in the semi-rural area around Tepecik. Thousands of street dogs scavenge there over a very large area. The authorities have agreed to work with us to provide long-term hope for the dogs by creating new shelters. In the United Kingdom, we received an urgent plea from Bodman's Hugs Foundation to help rescue 4 abused ponies who had been abandoned and were going to be killed. We provided $5,000 for the ponies' rescue, food, and medical care. We also made sure that sweet little baby hedgehogs, mutilated by lawn mowers, poison, and other effects of habitat loss, received an emergency incubator for the Harper Asprey Wildlife Rescue. In the Philippines, life on the streets is brutal for dogs. Jose, an old and nearly blind dog, and his beloved friend, a pup named Pedro, were murdered for the ruthless dog meat trade. For the past 7 years, we have fought tooth and nail to bring the despicable traders responsible to justice. In September, we did it. They were convicted, heavily fined, and sentenced to 4 years in prison. In the Philippines, we also fight cruel illegal horse fighting syndicates, and in South Africa, we have rescued dozens of horses from illegal bush racing. On South Africa's northern border with Namibia, drug and diamond smugglers force packages into horses' stomachs and then slaughter them as they cross the border successfully. With our partner, Have a Heart Equine Sanctuary, we were there, doing what we could with local law enforcement. In Australia, raging fires consumed large swathes of landscape, killing and burning millions of animals. We got support to flying foxes affected. We helped finance their care until they could be returned to the wild. In California, vicious fires destroyed hundreds of square kilometers. We were there for the animals.
Hurricane Laura is rapidly intensifying at this hour. The latest warning described unsurvivable.
Hurricane Laura left animals in dire need. We were there. In Beirut, Lebanon, an enormous blast that shook the city wreaked havoc for street animals. We were there. And when we thought the year couldn't get any worse, it did. A shanty town home to 1,500 animals was razed to the ground. We are still looking for survivors. But the success stories pull us through. Our proudest victory is Pepe, a brave Jordanian street pup that survived against all odds after being dragged behind a car as a sick form of punishment. Love and support flooded in from all over the world for him. Our supporters would not give up on him, and against all odds, Pepe is making a successful recovery. Thank you to each and every one of you for your generosity this year. With your continued support, we must and will expand our crusade.
As you celebrate this festive season, please spare a thought for the hundreds of thousands of animals around the world today who need our help. We can't do our work without your support. Help us start 2021 the way we mean to continue, helping animals. Please donate generously today so we can go into 2021 with a war chest which we're going to need to keep animals safe during the next crisis.